What's going on YouTube? This is New Gen Vlogs making another video. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the few videos that I did post within the last 2 to 3 days. I am going to try to be a little bit more consistent on YouTube, so don't be afraid to check back into my YouTube channel to see what kind of content I make out. It's a little late in the day, but we have been driving my girl's truck all week. We usually don't run the battery down that low, but we got it down to 22%. So I figured this would be a good opportunity to pull it inside the garage here and get it charged up overnight. I do want to start making a couple videos on the Lightning, the Explorer, and all that jazz. So don't be afraid to tag along with the journey. I was doing a little series that said keeping tabs on gas. Obviously, I traded my girl's truck in. She's the one that drives a little bit further. So with that being said, what I'm going to do is EV versus gas. We do charge her truck once a week. We pull it up in the garage and pretty much get a full charge up to 80%, 100%, wherever we need. What I'm going to do right now is just show you guys where the battery stands at. And then tomorrow, once it's fully charged, I'll show you how many kilowatt hours it actually took. And what a rough calculation is to charge the battery in total. I will be doing a series with this as well in regards to public charging and how much it costs when you're out on the road. So keep an eye out for the future videos. Let me plug this bad boy in here and then we'll check back in the morning. All right, before I plug it in, I do want to show you where we stand. All right, so we've had the truck for going a little bit over a month and a half now. We took a little road trip with it. We're right around 1,700 miles. Like I said, I ran it down all the way to 22%. We are going to charge it here at the house. We did get a wonderful charger that was included with our purchase. They came out and installed it maybe about 2 to 3 weeks ago, and this thing's been freaking great. We can go out and public charge, which I'll make future videos in that, but I've got this Ford Power Station Pro that they installed. Literally just back up the truck to the garage. I put some padding so that way I wouldn't hit the garage, but back up the truck, open this little port right here, bring this down just to unwind the little charger, and bam, we're good to go. A few hours, it'll go ahead and charge up. And yeah, I went ahead and unwind the charger, that way I can show you how simple it is. Same process that I'm doing right now is the same process that I would be doing at a public charger. So pretty much just opening the flap, putting this flap down, and because I have the Blue Opal network hooked up, all I would do is just plug on in. And then after you're plugged on in at home, that thing starts changing, blinking, and then the car starts receiving the power. If we look, I know a lot of people are discouraged from getting an EV because of how long it takes to charge, but honestly, I'm about to go to bed because I've been out all day. And if we look, it is almost 3 in the morning on a Saturday. I'm off tomorrow, but I wanted to make this little video because I just came back. So from 3 in the morning to 80% battery at 10. It's going to take 7 hours to go ahead and charge up the truck to where we have around almost 300 miles worth of range. I'll check back in the morning before I leave. So I am going to run some errands, but hope you guys enjoy this little series. Once we have the breakdown in the app of how many kilowatt hours we consumed, I'll do a bit simple math of what it costs to charge at home with that charger. And then I'll do the same series in a couple of days, what it costs to charge the Tesla charger, what it costs to charge at Electrify America, maybe a Blink charger, and even the free chargers, how long it takes to charge at the free chargers if you're just to pretty much try to get away with not having to pay for electricity. And then hope you guys actually are into that stuff. All right, so it is now 8:32. I'm gonna be headed out to wash the cars, fill up the cars, and all that jazz. But I do want to check on the current status of this. This thing says it's not 100% full, but I want to see what the actual odometer says. So let me check it out. Alright, so we are at 65% with still an expected ETA of 80% by 10:30. So a couple hours later, almost done. Once I get a notification on my phone saying that it's been fully charged, I'll check back in and do the simple math for you guys. Alrighty, so we got the notification saying that the vehicle is at an 80% state of charge. It's going to range depending on how you drive. Last night I was really trying to kill the battery. I actually just took it on a major drive just to see how low I can get the battery, and I got it down to pretty much 21%. So at 21% we added a total of 78.2 kilowatt hours, 167 miles, and the rate that it's currently charging at right now, because it's still connected, I haven't disconnected it, is less than 1 kilowatt an hour. It's been on the charger for 8 hours, even though it's been completed. So right now it's just kind of trickle charging. But to show you basic math, we're going to take this right here, divide that by what it costs per kilowatt hour from Nevada Energy. So when you look at this, my house usually costs me anywhere from $5.90 to almost $7 per day, depending on how much energy we use, how hot the day is, and all that stuff. As you can see, the hottest day has been 100 degrees, and on that day we ran our AC. I ran 76 degrees, so the AC unit, along with the charging of the truck last time, it kind of just shows you right there the biggest difference of how much it cost. So even if we do the math based off of this, $17.80 divided by 143 kilowatt hours. So let's do that right now. 17.80 divide that by 143.62. It's averaging us almost 13 cents a kilowatt. So when you do the math of what we just charged, 78.2 times what our rate was, so 78.2, it cost me $9.69 to go ahead and pretty much charge the truck for the whole week. I'm going to reset the EV driving history, because the mileage that you're seeing here is based off of me pretty much going through every corner and just speeding. I was trying to drain the battery, but it was becoming very impossible, and it was already super late. So I'm gonna reset the thing, but pretty much I paid $9 for 300 miles. On my Explorer ST, I'm not getting the best gas mileage. Lately I haven't been, pushing it too hard, but I've been getting 17.6 miles a gallon. When I fill up my entire tank that costs almost $65, I get about 230 miles to empty. So this, for a pickup truck, is not bad, especially given the fact that we drove it all week, and I was being a speed racer. It's probably one of the best investments that we did. Just if we do this yearly, I'm only going to spend $503 opposed to the $65 or $70 we would have spent every week with her. So our yearly savings should be right around $2,800. We're hoping this is true. Electric vehicles are coming up. This is at home charging though, so don't hesitate to come back to the channel. As the next time that I charge, I am going to go ahead and visit a Electrify America charger. I'm going to try to drain it down to 20%, and then I'll show you how much that is. And then of course Tesla's one of the biggest electric vehicle companies that's been out. Their infrastructure for electric vehicle charging is ridiculous. I can go in right now on the Tesla app, and there's going to be tons of chargers here in Las Vegas. So the next time that we end up charging, I'll make sure that I pull up to one of these and just kind of show you what it costs to charge it. Of course, I'm going to try to make it as fair as possible, so I will charge it during the night where it's cheaper to go ahead and charge versus the day, because as you see right now, each kilowatt hour is 70 cents. And then of course during the night it becomes cheaper. I'm going to find the cheapest station just to kind of show you a comparison, and hopefully you guys enjoy this.